and welcome to this, the last ever episode of 404 Not Found.
Yes, I'm afraid that replacing us from next week on, in the same time slot, is going to be another irreverent, wacky look at technology. Once again, called 404 Not Found.
And presented by us.
By us, so that they kept us on. But
it's not going to be the same.
It won't.
It's not the same as the original classic 13 episodes.
All we've got now are these tapes, Dan, where I'd run up the stairs whenever I heard the theme tune, put them in.
Then go down and actually do the show.
And never got around to labelling any of the episodes.
No, that's going to make it a little hard to archive, isn't it?
Some of them my mum taped over with what appear to be football matches.
That's a shame. But I'm sure there's some great stuff in here. Stuff that would bear watching again, I'd wager.
Some of those fantastic adventures.
Things where we really challenge the status quo of technology.
This one, I reckon this one is, do you remember when...
How can you tell? But carry on.
If you open it up, you can see the grain.
Okay,
Do you remember when Apple were going to launch their new iMac computer, and everyone's going, hey, Apple are on the way back with a machine that runs at an acceptable speed.
That's right.
It's a funny colour and transparent.
And I had to come over all funny and be a bit contrary, didn't I?
You certainly did, Dan.
But I think...
Because while the media and everyone else was entirely supportive of Apple, what did you do? You went out on the streets...
I was just putting the people's voice on tape, Dave, about what they thought of Apple.
This, I'm afraid, is what the people's voices were saying.
Now, you've actually got an Apple Mac there, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yes.
Right, and what are you going to do with your Mac these days?
Well, I'm going to sell it now because it's sold one.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll buy another one.
Would you like to draw, the happy sad Mac symbol at the beginning? Would you like to draw how happy or sad do you think Apple is now?
This is my happy Mac, or not? Okay, maybe.
So pretty happy then.
Yes.
You're happy with them so far.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Kind of not sure.
So that kind of pensive looking.
Kind of worrying about the future. Kind of not sure. With big fangs.
Okay, can you see that? Well, you kind of look like someone who might use a Mac. Do you?
No, I don't. Generally, I use sort of IBMs.
Right, but you've heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Do you think they're dead?
Pretty much.
How dead or alive do you think they are on this chart? If you, yeah, sure.
That dead.
Right, so that's as dead as they can go, really. So, if you could just write on that piece of paper, a number between 1 and 10, where 1 is Apple's really alive, and 10 is like Apple's just dead in the water. Could you do that?
Yeah. This might be between numbers, but...
Right, just hold it up to the camera there. So that's
pretty dead.
Pretty dead.
That told those Apple people, didn't it?
I think that's an entirely fair piece of reportage.
Well, and provided a bit of balance as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think one of the real areas that we pioneered, though, Dan, is I think this has been Britain's first technology TV show to be completely obsessed with the MP3 music format.
And good to see us going out and finding the very edges of that new and exciting and non-proprietary system.
Yes. I mean, we did explain it from time to time. We did say that it was the sort of CD quality, high compression audio format.
Dave, if they don't know this by now, they're never going to work it out, are they?
I just thought I could slip it in.
Our mission to explain. Very clever, yeah.
Shall we watch the tape about the man who put it in his car?
All right, where do I put these when they're playing?
you just sort of push them forward
into the camera.
I imagine it'll work.
Well, inside this bit, let me take the top off, is the power supply, which this one converts all the battery voltage into stuff suitable for the computer. And in here we've got a little PIC, which is a small microprocessor which scans the keypad, and this runs the whole time it's plugged into the car, whether or not the main computer's on. It starts and stops the main computer. And then in this bit is the fun part. In this bit is a PC, which is called a Biscuit PC, which is a complete PC with sound and graphics and video and everything in it, and a Pentium 166 and 16 megs of RAM, just in a teeny little box. And it has the sound and everything, and it all comes out through these wires to a couple of connectors on the back. We've got sound ones at the back and one for the keypad and stuff. and that then goes in first. Then I plug the keypad and stuff in, and Ethernet and everything like that, and the top starts to come off because I haven't screwed it on, and plug in the audio left and right, and that's it. All done.
And joining us now on this rather solemn occasion to worship at the altar of the old 404 programs, it's Lee. It's Lee Maguire. Well, what did you do on the program, Lee?
I wore some odd wigs in some of those early sketches.
Some of those fantastic reconstructions, which I think we will be coming to later.
Oh no!
But for the moment, Lee, I mean, do you think we covered enough Linux? Surely that's the question that any moral TV program must be asking
obviously
itself.
not being a Linux-centered program, you couldn't do all Linux.
Unlike those thousands of other Linux-centered shows.
What small coverage you did have of open source software, it just came and went in one show.
We had the fighting monsters every week, on average once a month. Lee Maguire, you came in here with your little toy
propaganda devices,
Godzilla monster, and they fought it out. And I noticed Linux always came out very well out of that.
Yeah, that was odd, wasn't it?
But there was one show where Danny interviewed the gods of open source programming.
Yeah, I went out because you gave me a list and said, look, these are the people you should talk to.
But it was all in one show, and I didn't actually get around to taping it because there was something good on the other side, and I just want to see it again.
Okay. Just for you,
well, let's
take
take that. It's at the bottom of this pile, though. I can't get it out. Can you hold the top?
All right, okay.
And I'll try and get it.
1, 2, 3. Oh my God, there he is. That's Richard Stallman. He's the founder of the idea of free software, the recipient of a MacArthur Genius Grant. Oh, and look, there's Jamie Zawinski, who wrote Netscape's Navigator and then persuaded the company to give its source away for free. Oh my God, look, it's Larry Wall. He's the inventor of Perl, my God. And look, there's Raymond. Well, what are you?
I'm Eric Raymond, anarchist wacko and chronic troublemaker. I've written a couple of exploratory papers about software development modes that have made a bit of a stir and are causing a bit of a rethink in a lot of the commercial software industry. Is that what you wanted?
It's something I use every day, just for myself, to do things, to get stuff done. And the best motivator in the world for programming is scratching your own itch. There's something you want to do, and the tools you have don't quite do it, so you go and you fix the problem. You solve a problem for yourself, and then you realize, well, this might be useful to other people too. That's where it all comes from.
Yeah, in fact, my wife and I were members of Wycliffe Bible Translators. We were training in linguistics, went to grad school. I developed some food allergies and had to drop out of that. But that was a very hard decision because if anybody who's been involved in church work knows it's making a decision that on the surface appears to be the quote-unquote unspiritual decision is a difficult kind of decision to make, but in the long run it turned out to be the right decision because I think that, well, let me just tell you that I've gotten feedback from Wycliffe Bible Translators that they say that they use Perl and they use it in quite a few different applications, and they probably have got more good out of me for inventing Perl than if I'd gone and worked for them directly.
Part of my work is not just developing free software and encouraging other people to develop free software, it's also spreading the idea that there's an issue of freedom at stake, that people are entitled to the freedom to share and change useful information, and that they shouldn't tolerate an attractive proposition that takes away their freedom. No matter what convenience it might give them, it should be unacceptable.
So you couldn't find Linus anywhere then?
Well, look, it's pathetic interviewing these people anyway. Everyone knows that OS2 is going to be the future. Look,
the future of dodgy nostalgia.
Calm down.
Calm
down. Because
he started it.
When 404 wasn't raising consciousness, we were also raising hilarity.
That's not a sentence.
with our amusing reconstructions of real-life events.
Oh yeah, no, those were very good.
Don't forget, this isn't just a technology show; it's also a comedy program as well.
Yeah.
As Lee is proving,
yes,
cynical laughter. So I'm going to do. Well, I put all of those on one tape.
Can I have a suggestion?
What was
of the
your
one?
favourite one?
Okay, well, the one I didn't see because I wasn't in it was the one where you and Lee do a funny little
The
skit.
Victorians
Yeah,
one.
when
no, that was terrible. Like, I want to see the cry of the modems again.
Well, okay. Well,
that was,
well look,
I hope I
put the
spoiled
tape in and we'll see which one.
Let's
we can
see
play.
which one we've got. Perhaps we can fast forward over to the good bits.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
The calls began late one night, just as I was drifting off to sleep. Who could it be at this late hour? Nothing.
Hello?
No human voice. Just an unearthly wailing, like the scream of a banshee. At first, I thought nothing of it, but then the calls came again.
Hello?
And again.
Hello?
And again.
Hello! 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 Who is this? Yes, I think we probably can help you with your mental health problem.
Which was annoying, as I run a helpline for the mentally ill. Still the calls pursued me. To the bathroom.
Hello?
To the kitchen. To the living room. Even the shower. Would I ever be free of this high-pitched pestilence? A more technically minded friend pointed out that I could trace the calls by pressing 1471. I planned to give these squeaky miscreants a piece of my mind, but they explained that they were innocent net users trying to get through to their internet service providers. Upgrading to Windows 98 had, without their knowledge, deleted the first few digits of their ISP's dialing code. The modems of any nearby online citizens were dialing a local number instead of the ISP's national dial-up line. That local number, terrifyingly, was my own. The ISP concerned agreed to fix the problem, leaving me only to wonder, what if those poor unsuspecting internet users on the other end of my eldritch and eerie experience?
Hello? Hello? Can I help you with your mental health? Hello? Do you have any mental problems? Hello? 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 Can I help you with your mental health? Hello?
So what did you tape, Lee, then?
Oh, your favourite bits of
Well, I think the thing that I'll remember most is possibly those well-made commercial breaks.
Oh, the adverts.
Oh, they're workers.
Because you always end up with them on the tape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Although I thought they added a real air of professionalism.
Yeah. Well, let's do a kind of best of the adverts then. See what we've got on the tape.
Well, I hope they're on here. Yeah.